Good afternoon. I'm Rick Wright with the Livestock Markets Association of Canada Regional Market Report, brought to you today by the Canadian Angus Association. Today we'll take a look at the Alberta prices from last week's sales. Big week in Alberta. Despite the poor weather conditions at the beginning of the week, they still ended up selling 56,000 stockers and feeders in Alberta through the ring. Another 4,200 cattle traded on the internet system and the electronic sales at the end of the week, so they had a fairly busy week. This week will be bigger as a lot of the carryover cattle that got held back from the bad weather last week should arrive on the markets. Taking a look at some of the price trends out of Alberta for this week, your good fed cattle, live weight, they were selling about 136 on the rail. That came out to 220 to 222 on the cows. Cow market under pressure, of course, a seasonal declines in the cow market this time of year all the time. A bit of demand for some feeding cows. Going to kill the cows traded from 55 to 65 with sales to 74, right up to 90 cents on some good youthy killing cows. Your good bulls traded from 90 to 95 with sales to 105. Moving into the stocker and feeder cattle market, pretty good demand this week despite the poor weather and the short supplies. Your good 300 to 400 pound stocker steer calves in Alberta for the week traded on an average of 269. The high sales of the week were at 286. Your 400 to 500 pound stocker steer calves in Alberta average for the week 236. High seller of the week 257. 5 to 6 weights were strong at 211 average. Top sales for the week at 228. 6 to 700 pound steers in Alberta average 193 with the top sales at 203. 7 to 800 pound wet nose calves right off the cows trading at 184.50 on the average. High sale of the week 191. Few yearlings still coming to town. Your good 8 to 900 pound yearlings average 177.50 in Alberta last week, topping the market at 183. And your 9 to 1,000 pound steer calves traded at 169 on the yearlings, with your top seller for the week at 174. Moving over to the heifer calf market in Alberta for the week, your 3 to 4 weights average 218 with sales to 231 to top the week. 4 to 500 pounds, we saw quite an increase in the heifer price this week at 199 with sales topping the week in Alberta at 214. 5 to 6 weights, 183.75 on the average. Top sale for the week, 195. 6 to 700 pounders, averaging 172.50 for the week in Alberta. High sell again at 182 even. 7 to 800 pound wet nose calves right off the cows, average 167.50 with the top sales in Alberta at 175. Your fed cattle and confinement cattle, 8 to 900 pounders, traded at an average of 163 and a quarter with sales to 170. 9 to 1,000 pound yearlings, we're starting to see quite a few preg testing open heifers coming to the market, a bit more volume on them. They averaged the week at 156.60 with sales topping the week at 164. We expect that the market will be fairly steady, as the numbers this week should be bigger than first anticipated, but we're over the hump as far as the cattle marketings go in Western Canada. We're going to start to see a decline in the number of calves coming to the marketplace, and certainly supply and demand as they clean up some of these fed cattle. We'll get some more pen space, and certainly we'll see some increases on some of the demand for the calves. So as I mentioned earlier, heifer calves in Western Canada really picked up some steams this past week. Lots of local demand. On the bred cow markets, we're seeing a few bred cows getting traded anywhere from about 16 to 18 up to 2,000 on the herd dispersal cows. Some good bred heifers in southeastern Saskatchewan this week traded anywhere from 1,700 to 2,250. So on behalf of the Livestock Markets Association of Canada, I'm Rick Wright reporting on, brought to you today by the Canadian Angus Association, and we have new reports every week on the Canadian Angus website. Tune in to get the latest market reports. Have a good day.